Cinnamon with your host, Alicia Cinnamon, and this is my co-host,
Coach Carr.
Dano. And basically, this is a show just talking about all the different things that are going on and around in the GTA. So, first topic, let's see. Look for a magic box. Bruce Jenner. What's your take?
I don't really have too much of a take on it. Just more so, I remember reading something on the internet that says, you know, his ex-wife, what was her name? Kris, the Kardashians' mom, Kris. Yeah, that she didn't know about it, and she was like, oh, if you wanted to be a woman, why did you get married and have kids? And so people were kind of saying, like, you know, he didn't exactly tell her, and then it made her look bad. It was basically like he what's the word? Like he kind of basically like embarrassed her.
I don't know, because I was watching his 2020 interview. I think it was 2020 with Barbara Walters, and he was saying that even his first wife knew, and he was very open with all of his wives. He just obviously never told them to like the full extent, but they knew. Like there's episodes of the Kardashians where he was like cross-dressing, and they would always make fun of his ponytail and stuff. So there's like kind of like telltale signs there, but it was more or less like kind of like Kris was in denial. Like he was saying like she thought that she could change it.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
So I think now, because Kris is like the mastermind of like damage control, I feel like now this is a way for her to like control it. But I mean like.
Well, it's true. I believe that because there's even a couple of those videos that have surfaced from like Family Guy and that they were showing.
And Family Guy like knows all.
Yeah.
Like Family Guy, like it pre-told like the Boston bombings. Like it kind of tells you a little bit of everything. So, I mean. There's so much that happens in Hollywood that people know about. It's just when does it come out? So to us, it's new to us, but these are like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that we don't necessarily know about. But I'm not surprised. And even let's say because he said he felt this way since he was like 4 years old. But let's just say it is something that popped out overnight. I'm not really surprised. Like they're a pretty strong batch of women that I feel they kind of like. Demasculinize, if that's a word, like men, in the sense like every man that's a part of that family seems to be eaten alive. You have like Rob, who's like null and void and he's like gaining weight. You have Kanye West, who like lost his mind. Bruce Jenner is turning into a woman. You know what I mean? Like it seems like they kind of, you have what's his name, Lamar Odom, who like turned into like a crackhead. So it's like you have like, yeah, like you know, he's like, I didn't know he did drugs before he met the Kardashians. So I mean, like something happens when you enter that family. So let's just say, I mean, in theory. But so did you see his Call Me Caitlyn Vanity Fair cover?
I did.
I don't even like the name Caitlyn, first of all. I think he could have came up with
what they said? They said he spelled with a C on purpose.
That is so funny. But I mean, like, you see all those memes where they're saying, like, you know, he looks better than Kris and whatnot. Yeah. He's had time to practice. I mean, like, when you're around that many women and their whole life is based on looking good, like, he was, like, taking pointers here and there. Like, I feel like he kind of came out looking a little bit like Kim. Like, you know, the way his hair was.
He looks like somebody. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but he looks like somebody.
I think all of them want to look like Kim, so I feel like, you know, like... Well, it's like when you had the Jacksons, they all wanted to look like Michael. Yeah, so yeah, that's why, and all them transitioning to look like Michael. Michael didn't even want to look like Michael, but that's a whole other story. So, moving on. Akon. That was kind of like pushed aside because of this whole Bruce Jenner fiasco. Pretty much he used his own money to supply 6 million Africans with electricity, solar
power.
Yeah, I'm not the best with science, but I know that's pretty dope. Yeah. And I can't even really talk that much on it because it wasn't publicized in the media. So it's one of those things where I have to do a little bit more research, it's like it kind of snuck up on my timeline when Snoop was like, you know, kind of tossing shade and calling Bruce Jenner, sorry, Caitlyn, a science project, and then I realized, yeah, well, he made a meme saying, he basically like a Hollywood science project. He basically said, like, you know, how come we're not highlighting Akon for what he did, but we're highlighting this science project for being courageous. And yeah, you know, Snoop has no chill. So he got a break. He came for Caitlyn. But so pretty much, yeah. I mean, taking away the shade, but Snoop is saying it's real that there was so much that was going on that we ended up not really paying attention to because of this Caitlyn fiasco. But something that I was talking about is at the same speed, as much as we want these things to be spoken about in the media, it's not like the paparazzi is just specifically following around these people. These people are paying people to cover these stories. So Bruce Jenner said, here's some money. I want to put myself out there as Caitlyn. So maybe Akon didn't necessarily pay, you know, his PR reps to come out and say, this is what I'm doing. Some accomplishments, personally, I feel like accomplishments such as what Akon's doing is not really something that's supposed to even be spoken about or highlighted. You just do it out of the goodness of your heart. So, I mean, like, I would have felt it would have been tacky if Akon did say, hey, this is what I'm doing, and posted it on his Instagram, because then it's like, are you doing it because you want to, or are you doing it because you just want, you know, to have something on your Instagram to make you look good? So, and at the end of the day, you know, like, it'll all, the universe will always reward you. So I don't even feel like the fact that he didn't even talk about it, it came out anyways. So it's one of those things where,
but it's like Hollywood didn't even talk about it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, forget about, not necessarily forget about him, but like, he didn't say anything about it, but I mean, obviously Hollywood knew about it, and they didn't even talk about it.
But I mean, someone found out, and it came out. So that's just how the universe works. That, you know, no good, what is it? I would say no good deed will go undone, or something like that.
No good deed goes unnoticed. So.
There you go. Yeah. Something like that. So, you know, kudos to Akon, and you know, like even 50 Cent is doing something similar where he's out there in Africa on the front lines feeding people. So I think that's really noble, because then you have people like Floyd Mayweather, who has all this money and he's not doing
all these pictures and like laying with his money, like he just laying off on his bed with his money.
Yeah, it's like somebody choke him out. Apparently there was like this female UFC fighter that challenged him to a fight.
I think I heard about that.
I would love to see that, because you know the story is that he's a woman beater, and Floyd doesn't really fight, he runs. So I would love to see him just get pummeled by a chick. I think that would be totally awesome. And yeah, no, I mean, I just think like people like him, it's not like when you say like, when you speak on these things, the first thing that people go to is calling you a hater. But it's not so much that it's like we're hating, it's the fact that you're in this position of power, you have all this money, and all you're doing is like buying watches and shoes and all that stuff. You have a very broke person's mentality, basically. Like, that's new money. That's how people with new money act. It's like, you know, why are you not, his thing was, why should I go to Africa and give back to Africa? Because what has Africa done for me? But it's like, well, first of all, Africa made you black.
Number one.
And being black is what's really making you this novelty right now.
Exactly,
deal with it. So there's one. You know, and secondly, it's like there's so many people say, oh, well, Africa is a continent, it's not a country, blah, blah. There's so many places that you can pick to give, just pick one. Like, there's so much going on in Africa, just pick a place and give back. Because even, like, I don't even really...
Like, he's making a spectacle out of himself.
Of course, and the rest of us. Like, really and truly, like, it's stupid, because then you have people like Manny Pacquiao who at least wanted to do something with the money that he's going to get and give back to the Philippines. So this is the one time where it's like, I wasn't rooting for the black man. I was like, yay, go Asiatic man, you know, because it was just like, he's doing something positive with it, so why not, you know, take that money and give it to somebody who's actually going to put it back into the community. We're not, like, I find that we don't really do that, especially as black people. We don't really give back. We have this very crabs in the bucket mentality. Yeah, exactly. And so it's really interesting that he has the nerve to call himself a champ. It's like Muhammad Ali was the people's champ because he actually did for the people. You can't, like, there's more than just winning a couple titles that makes you a champion. Like, you're a winner, but you're not a champ, and you're definitely not the people's champ. So that's my 2 cents.
So when you die, that whole legacy goes along with you. There's nothing that lives on. I mean, they knew you for boxing. You boxed. Now you're dead. what do you matter anymore?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the lady that challenged her Floyd Mayweather, her name is Ronda Rousey, I believe it is. Yeah. So good luck to Ronda, and I hope you kick his ass. Next topic. The next topic is sex ed. And the sex ed curriculum for, I believe it starts like grade 1 or
Really? That early?
yeah, like there's different steps to it. I believe it starts in grade 1 to about grade 8, if I'm not correct. But basically the main issue that people are having is in the 3rd grade, they're introducing the concept of like same-sex relationships. And so a lot of people are freaking out about that. My thing is, I do believe in bringing in sex ed at an early age into the school curriculum because you have young girls that are getting their period as early as the age of 7 or 8 years old, and so they do need to know what's going on with the changes in their bodies. And due to the cultural diversity that we have in Toronto, we don't actually know if it's being spoken about at home. Like some cultures don't talk about these certain things, you know? So I do believe in it definitely being introduced at an early age. However, for me personally, with the same-sex relationships, I feel like relationships should not be taught in school. I believe that when you're in school learning about the reproductive system and how you can catch STDs and all those things are absolutely perfect. However, when it comes to same sex, it's like that's more of a relationship thing or a connection. And I feel like when you're 3rd grade, that's about 7 or 8 years old,
yeah, because they don't talk about, like, I mean, you don't talk about heterosexual relationships.
Exactly.
It's just not a topic. So what is so different about same-sex relationships and why you feel the need to talk about them? We don't talk about heterosexual relationships.
Exactly.
So why talk about the same-sex relationships?
And not even just that, I feel like it's too early to label a child at like 8. Like you might have a crush on a girl when you're 8 years old and then completely forget about that when you come into high school. And if you label somebody as gay at such an early age, it can be confusing. Or there might be a boy that might have done something that was considered gay, like maybe he kissed another boy and he didn't know any better, like they're just experimenting, and now he's labeled, like you kind of make him think, well, because you kissed another boy, now you're gay, and you're stuck with that label all your life. And there's a lot of guys that end up being confused, where it's like, okay, they end up being quote-unquote bisexual, but it's like, had they not been labeled at such an early age, maybe they wouldn't have felt to put themselves in that category. And so, especially in the Black community, it happens a lot, where you're seeing this phenomenon of Black males that are just kind of becoming gay overnight, and it's like, where is it coming from? And it's like, well, there's so much that's attached to, well, if you do this, you're gay, and if you do that, you're gay, and if you do this, you're gay. So it's like, okay, according to a lot of stuff, everybody's gay, and it kind of like messes with the mentality of a lot of people. And you know, that brings us to like the Black male gay agenda, where
oh yeah, I've been hearing about that. What is the whole concept behind that? Okay, from what I've heard, is there's a whole agenda to turn Black men gay. Like that is the basis of what it is that I've heard.
Pretty much. It's basically trying to wipe out the Black population. So if you have gay men, they're obviously not procreating, therefore there's not as many Black people being made or created. I think that's pretty real to a certain degree. There are a lot of things that, like, even I remember Dave Chappelle was talking about it, where he was filming one of his movies and they were trying to rewrite the script so that he would wear a dress in one of it. And he's like, why do I have to wear a dress? Like, it's something, and they were saying, oh, it's so much funnier, it would sell better, and this and that. And he fought it, and he said he didn't want to wear it, but he said it's so easy just to give in, because they just kind of slip it in there like this. And then he thought, but then there's so many men that I said no, why do they say no? So it's a matter of like really just wanting to get that Hollywood money and selling out pretty much. And a lot of people get to that level where they do sell out. It's like they may not have started off gay, but I do feel like, here's my theory, don't quote me on this, pretty much that if you get into an industry where they're going to change your life for the better, and they're going to give you all this money and you're going to be on top of the world.
There's stuff you got to do.
Exactly.
Basically, like, you're not getting out of it scot-free.
Exactly. And it's just like when you join like a gang, they're going to initiate you to make sure that, you know, like, you can hang, or they have something on you or whatever. So, you know, hazing in like fraternities and sororities. So I feel it's the same thing with this. It's like where they initiate you if, like, let's say, for example, you do want to be a rapper and you gotta suck the CEO's dick. Well, are you really gonna leave the record label after that, knowing that he has
that on?
Yeah. And it's power. It's like to know that what if you leave, I'm gonna tell everybody X, Y, and Z. Look what happened with like Baby and Birdman and Lil Wayne. Like all this stuff comes out. So it's like, do you like? Are they really gay, or is it just kind of like a way to have something?
What's another one they keep talking about that he's dressing very feminine? That rapper, what's his name? Is it Young Thug?
Yeah.
They were going in on his sandals on Instagram.
He's sandals, tights, belly skins. Like and he has a fiance, and she's really pretty. So I don't really understand if it, like, you know, it could just be another gimmick where this is what's selling, and then he goes home behind closed doors and he's laughing at all of these idiots that are out there dressing like him and stuff, because that's really what it is. I mean, it's just like, I grew up in the hood, and like the dudes that were on the block, a lot of them would come and they would like sell, but then they would leave and go home to their mansions and like Pickering. So they're not really
shit where you sleep.
Exactly.
The whole concept.
Yeah. Exactly. So I mean, and you're laughing at the people that are there and still have to deal with the repercussions. So you know, there's definitely something in that to think about. These people are being paid off as puppets, pretty much, to.
Do you think the same thing with what's his name, Jaden Smith, with his whole dress?
No, I think that's what happens when Hollywood kids have too much money and too much freedom, pretty much. That's what happens when you keep up with the Kardashians, because that was his first girlfriend was Kylie.
Really?
Yeah. That's when she had lips and they were children, and I don't know what she did. So
they're the same age?
Yeah, which is why Tyga should not be with her. That's just so awkward knowing that like Jaden Smith's ex-girlfriend is Tyga's new girlfriend. That's weird, but whatever. And yeah, I feel like after that he kind of lost his mind, because a lot of his songs, she was his muse. So he wrote a lot of songs dedicated to her, and you know, they were really close and great friends. And Tyga came and put the big man works on her and took her away, and that was that.
Did you see the meme on Instagram where I think she's like whispering in his ear, and it says, "I'm not wearing any pull-ups."
Tyga's a chirp. Like,
oh
he's a whole other topic in itself. So, moving along. The over-sexualization of Black women in media. What's your take on that?
My take on it is there is over-sexualization of Black women in mainstream rap and media. That's just what it is. And you can see it in, I guess, when you look at, again, like even like artists like, okay, like Ariana Grande and, you know, Katy Perry, and even what's her face, Iggy Azalea. They're not, those artists, the white music artists, are not as sexualized as the Black music artists. They're just not.
And when they are, it's like in a tasteful, classy.
Yeah.
Like Kim Kardashian can spread her whole pom-pom all over the world and still be somebody's wife. And then you have Nicki Minaj, who is like, oh my God, hide your kids, don't put her around her. And it's just like, there's a lot of women that are out there that are doing less than...
well, not just the artists, it's the artists and the, what do you call them, the video
vixens, yeah. Like, it's like, whenever they put like a Spanish girl or a white girl or whatever in the video, she's always like wifey, and she's always very, you know, tasteful, classy. And then when it's a Black girl, you're lucky if you see her face, because all she's doing is twerking. So at the same speed, because I had made a status about this a little while ago and caught a little bit of heat for it, as I always do. And it's pretty much like I had said, you know, like ladies need to stop being in music videos and degrading themselves, and like really pay attention to the content of the music, because at the end of the day, nobody's forcing you to be in these videos. So it's a choice that you're making to be in these videos. I have people come up to me all the time and ask me to be in the videos, and I just let them know straight, if I'm not the main girl, I'm not going to be in the video. So yeah, so it's like you only have like a handful of models that actually make it from, you know, being a video vixen. And like one of them was Angela Connell, I think it was, or McConnell. She's from Young and the Restless. She's doing her thing.
Which one is that? Who does she play in Young and the Restless?
The only Black girl.
Is it? Yeah, but like
they only have that one just to spice it up. She's a dark skin girl. I think she's like with Neil, I believe. I don't know. I just saw her like, hey, like that's the girl that used to like skin out. So it's good to see her like, you know, on the come up or whatever. That's very rare. Then you have Denise Lawson. She is she's like Korean and black. She was on that what is it called? It's like one of those Tyler Perry shows like Meet the Brown or whatever. One of those shows. She was in Jaheim's music video with Next. Yeah, so it's like a few of them are actually doing their thing, but for the most part, it's like a lot of these girls are just like publicly humiliating herself, and these are
what is it 60 seconds of
fame, and then like God only knows what's going on behind the scenes, and then you probably never get booked again. Like back in the day, remember when you used to watch videos back like when Nelly was popping, and you would see like the same girl in, like every video.
You know, the which girl got passed, you know, which one got passed, she got passed around enough. She was also in that YALL video, Nas's video. She's like, and she has like the curly hair.
Yeah, the one that's on the Rise Gold album cover.
Has she seen one?
Yeah. Now she's like doing pretty well. Like she fell back and is doing like the whole family life and blah blah blah. Like some of these girls are smart enough to realize like you only really like have until I would say maybe when you're like about 30 before they start recycling you for Kylie Jenners and Ariana Grandes and stuff like that. So, because the reality is, I mean, Kylie's 17, but we see her on all these magazines like skin out. That's child pornography. Like, hi, hello, somebody needs to like take that little girl away from her parents. She's 17, so when you're looking at a video of Kylie in her bikini or her bra and panty, like just picture your little sister and her bra and panty posted up on Instagram.
That's what a lot of people don't do, is that they don't see their own sister or niece or cousin.
My sister's 20, and when I look at her, I still see like diapers, like and pull-ups and you know onesies and stuff. So I don't understand how like Kylie's doing her lips and what's like. How are you doing that when your body's not even finished developing? Like,
oh, that the whole lips and
then lying about it. So you have these idiot children doing the stupid Kylie Jenner lip gloss challenge thing.
Busted up the bear like glass caught up in their lip.
My child could never, because I wouldn't take him to the hospital.
What?
You'd have to sit there and patch yourself up.
What do you mean?
There's no way you're doing that challenge. Like, and what really bothers me is when I'm seeing black kids doing it. Like, our lips are not big enough as is, and then these stupid little black kids are doing
that nasty ass ring.
And then there's this one girl, because it lasts a while. So this one girl, she did, and then she was freaking out. She was like documenting it. And it was like day 3, and her lips were still swelled up, and she had like grad photos coming up and whatnot. It's like, how does it feel to be that stupid? Like, but then I wonder, like, you know, where are the parents at this point in time? Like, there's just certain things like I think did you see you saw the new I Am Charlie challenge or whatever, where they're summing up eating?
Oh yeah, no, it's called Charlie Charlie. It's called Charlie Charlie. With the stick and the
and so there was one video where this African parent really realized what his kid was doing, and he clapped him up for it, which was like,
oh, I see that. You should be saying Jesus, Jesus, challenge.
Yeah, challenging him and stuff, and it's like this, brings you back to back in the days in the 90s when we used to do Bloody Mary. And
I never did those things.
Neither did I.
Crazy.
Like, there's enough people out there that are already saying something happens. I don't need to be the person that actually
Bloody Mary, none of that Ouija board.
No, Candyman.
Wasn't playing those games.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Candyman totally threw me a curveball because he was black. It was like, black people don't do this shit. Like,
Candyman was with the bees.
Yeah, because he was an ex-slave and they like beat him to death or whatever, and he came back to avenge like. That's where I took that movie in recently. I'm like, that's a really deep story.
You know what? I never really now. Just thinking back about it, I remember the movie, but now obviously I watched it as a kid. Yeah. But now that you say it, I'm actually gonna go back and watch it, because when you watch movies as a kid, you don't take in certain concepts.
It only comes for white people. What? Yeah, it usually comes for white people. That's the first time that the black people make it to the end of the movie. Like, right on, Candyman.
I'm on top and I never gon' drop it. Pop, lock and drop it. Arrest you, I cop it. I be the jacket, you be the sweater. You are a dolphin, call you a flipper. SP lyrically on CD, who I be? PPG, little T, MVP. We, now go by the CD. Cause my philosophy is IDDP. Could you see me every day?
moving right along. So, publicly shaming kids on Facebook.
This is cheesing me, like cheesing me. Why are you embarrassing your kid for social media? Basically, for likes. Why are you doing it? And it's completely unnecessary.
Yep.
Okay. Here's my take on it. Okay, if you have, say, a 14 or 15-year-old daughter, and she's on Facebook with a profile saying she's like, 19, 20, 21, and you want to bring her ass on social media and stand up there and say, listen, this is a little 15-year-old girl, don't fuck around, then I could see you wanting to put it out there, this is a young girl, okay? Because she put herself out on social media, so you're just bringing it back for people and letting them know what I want.
Yeah.
But if you're just gonna take your kid and just shave their head for the hell of, for like to show punishment, what
there's no point to that. It's like, do people not realize like this lasts forever? So like
these things go viral. These things don't come off of the internet. It's not just like you're showing it to them. It's like it's going all through
something where it's like you, I don't know, you skip school. That's like a partial, that happened. You punish them for, like, I was a daycare teacher. So what we do is there's a difference between discipline and punishment. Anything that prolongs, like you cannot discipline a child after it already happened. Like, so once the situation happens, you do what you need to do during that time and you keep moving. There's no like 12 years worth of punishment and you're going to be punished until this and that, whatever. You discuss it. Like it's an incident that happens and then it should be dealt with and then you keep it moving. So when you do something where it's like, let's say you skip class, that happened for one day. You're going to shave off a child's head, which is going to last for about 2-3 weeks. So that's 2-3 weeks of punishment on top of putting it on social media where that's going to be out there until they're dead. Like you cannot take it offline. You don't know what people are going to do with it. You have people's babies and children that are becoming memes and stuff like that, or memes, however you pronounce it. And it's just like, do you realize when you're putting your kid out there that it's not just for you, there's other people that can take it and do whatever the heck they want with it. Like, I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I'll share, a kid that looks really funny, like a maybe miserable looking kid, and you reshare it and you realize that somebody had obviously photoshopped it and made it look a little different. But then when I take it back and it's like, that's somebody's child. But then at the same time, it's like, well, I'm sure nobody broke in your house and stole your pictures. So how did they get access to your pictures in the first place? You put it online. So when you're doing things like this, these are your children that you're putting online. There are several incidents where I remember this one black male, he was out in the States. His son had, I guess he said he was part of a particular gang and he was pretending he was like a gang member online.
I seen that one,
A couple of weeks later, he ended up getting killed because his father made him retract it. Not no gangster, he embarrassed him. He showed basically that he was a punk.
He got killed?
Yeah, they shot him, they killed him. Because it's like, these are serious. Like you're saying that you're a part of a gang or that you're making gang affiliations and ties and you have your parents coming back and saying no you're not. Like these are not jokes. Like there are people that will kill you for this stuff. So when you're really putting it out there like that, like understand that you're reaching even more people than you anticipate reaching. It's not just like your family and friends, whatever. Other people are going to reshare.
I think a lot of people think that it's just the people on their Facebook friends list. I think that's what has people's minds fucked up.
Of course.
They just think that, it's just the people on my Facebook friends list that are seeing this thing. No, these people are resharing to their people on their list, and it's repeating over and over and over again.
Because I see, like, some of my family members are guilty of this, where they're documenting, like, their children, every step that they take and move that they make. And I haven't even got to meet the kid yet, but I know their life. I know what school they go to, I know how old they are, I know they got in trouble for this, that. I'm not saying you can't put a 1-2. Every now and then I might have an anecdote here and there about something that my child did. But I never just blast his face or post a picture of him sleeping or walking around the house naked or any of that stuff. Like, like, especially a little girl children, I don't care if they're 4 or 14, you don't post a little picture of a little girl with no top on or this or that. Like, there's all kind of weirdos out there, so I don't think people are really taking it. Like, for me, people always ask, well, why don't you post more pictures of your son? I come from an era where, like, all the pictures that I have are on my wall and they're in picture frames. That's where they belong. They don't belong on social media. Most of my pictures on social media, if you really go through my stuff, you will see there are, like, funny quotes. and pictures of other people. And every now and then, because I'm an artist, I'm forced to take pictures, so I'll take pictures of myself. But anything personal, I believe, really and truly should be kept to yourself. As much as I have an online social media presence, I never really talk about my personal stuff. And you're not really going to know where to find me unless it's like one of my shows or something. I'm not just going to post that I'm eating dinner at this particular restaurant at 7:45, and you can GPS my correspondence and find out exactly where I am and what color my shoes are and the panty that I'm wearing. Like, there's too much information that's going out there online, and I don't think people realize that if I know about it and I'm a normal person, just imagine those weirdos that are getting access to this stuff. Like, there's so many times where I see things, you know, little thoughts cross your head, and it's like, I'm not a person to act upon it, but what about those people that would act upon it? Like, oh, that dude just posted a picture of 3 Rolexes and like $75,000 in cash.
And a gun.
So, and then now I click and I can find his location. Let me go find his ass and rob him, and hopefully he doesn't shoot me with his gun.
You know who I don't understand, and for the life of me I don't understand it, the people who post pictures of them smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, why are you posting that?
Illegal activities.
Why are you posting that? Like, don't you work somewhere? Like, don't you want to work somewhere in the future? Like, why are you posting these pictures of you with this big blunt in your mouth and all this smoke just like covered over your face?
Because those are people that have decided that they're going to be entrepreneurs. My thing is like, anything is legal. When I see somebody broadcasting a message saying, want to make $20,000 in 5 minutes, hit me up. And it's just like, are you stupid? We all know that there's cops on our Facebook. I
have somebody that keeps sending me this like, no, not that they'll send it to me, but there's like, they have like always on their page like, oh, like, do you want me to take you shopping? Like, holler at me if you want to come shopping. And then it's a girl's picture. Just like, no. No, but if you think about it, some very inexperienced teenager,
of course,
is going to take that on.
But my thing is like, you know, we all got suckered into some kind of scam one time or another, but we were never posting it on social media. It was like, I come to your house, we're sitting down, we have a conversation, and we talk about what scams we're going to do. We don't put it on Facebook and let the world know that we're going to commit a crime so that when you're looking for us, you know exactly who it is. Like that, the dude with, what's his face?
Not the one that robbed the bank.
No, Chinks. Oh yeah, that dumb. Chinks, and then the guy like posted afterwards, like, yeah, like basically cryptic, not so cryptic messages, I should say, admitting that he did it. And it's like I don't know why people, I don't know why people don't realize like you're gonna get caught. Like, that's the first thing that I'm gonna check. If I want to know where you are, I'm not gonna call you. I'm just gonna go on your Instagram. Straight out, like, you're gonna post your location before you answer my text message. So I'm just gonna go on your Instagram. So what do you think police are doing? Like, they created all these social media sites so that they can just sit behind their
desk. They're so hot to it.
Because
people actually post like I'm going away for the weekend. Yeah, so now all these robbers know that your house is empty.
Christy is not home. Johnny is watching the dog. So basically, yeah. Nobody's there, and she just posted that her other status previous before that was, maybe I should change my passwords because they're all the same. So, so we know how we gonna roll up in her house and get her bank card, her social media access codes and everything. I feel like just like people don't really take in what they post, like what they really put out there. And a lot of, like, for me, I post them and I always go back and I'm constantly rechecking my stuff and like editing, and I'll take things offline. Like, maybe I should have said that. I find people just kind of post and leave it and don't even realize, and then you come back like, I'm pretty.
I'll do that sometimes. I'll post stuff and I'm like, you know what? Maybe a little much.
Yeah, let me take that back off. And it's not even about, oh, it didn't get enough likes. It's like, maybe it didn't get enough likes because it's not something that should be out there.
Exactly.
You know, everybody, you know. So kind of take heed to your audience. So speaking of audiences, moving along, we're going to talk about music today.
Back to the DJ, smile, get back to the DJ, just smile, get back to the DJ. You put it on repeat, you do a replay, you put it on repeat, you do a replay. You'll see something that you like, and you're willing to put up a fight on the dance floor. So where your woman at? You surrounded by goons. So what does that make you? You's a funky monkey, or you's a Humpty Dumpty. Either way, both the motherfuckers corny as hell, and easy to get slew.
Music today, in my personal opinion, is garbage. Yesterday I was at a 90s party and I had the time of my life. I was so freaking turned and I wasn't even intoxicated. It was just the music, it was the vibe, it was...
Listen, you can't go to a 90s party
and not dance.
You cannot.
Yeah, and like, and the thing is, it's like, normally when I go to like, these parties nowadays, it's like I'm standing up there and it's all about like image and swag. So who looks the most stush and who...
And nobody's dancing. Everybody's just standing up like...
You can't even dance. The shoes are not built for dancing anymore. So most of these girls are coming in these 17-inch stilettos and they cannot walk in. So nobody's dancing. So it was like dope. Yesterday we were at a 90s party and this girl's like, she's like, I feel so comfortable. She was dressed like Aaliyah. She had her Tommy Hilfiger boxers, baggy pants, little crop top, and a bandana. And she's like, if I could leave my house like this every day. And that's what I said, because I was like, I am so comfortable right now. I am in flats, or they were like construction boots or whatever. Like I was just totally like in a vibe where it's like, yeah, now it's the music, but the music also reflected the air and that we were more comfortable, we were more relaxed, and even like they were playing slow jam.
The music made, it's not even just that, just ultimately, like overall, the music made sense.
Of course.
Right now, the music makes absolutely no sense.
It's not even just that, it's like even the structure of the music. Like yesterday they were playing slow jams. You can't go to a club and hear a slow jam nowadays. They play music for men. They're always wondering why there's like 40 dudes to every one chick in the club. Because girls don't want to go to the club and hear trap all night long. You're not catering to us. You're catering to a bag of balls. Just take that in as a DJ, take that in as a promoter. If you're gonna have bottom on forward, bottom on pull up music all night long in a reggae party, and if you're going to have trap music and then get mad at the girls that claim that they're trap queens, they're just trying to fit in. That's really all that it is. Trying to find a way to enjoy the night as well too. I personally, I don't really go out anymore because I'll be lucky if they play an R&B trap. I will be lucky if they play some soca. That's where you see me really in my zone. And they play that for about 15 minutes and then they're back to...
Lucky if you get 15 minutes.
Then they're...
It's not even the whole song.
I know.
It's like 10 seconds of the song.
Here and then that's when everybody goes and cools off. And that's when I take advantage and I'm turning up in the middle of the dance floor because everybody's gone. But I realize it's like, that's why I stopped going out. People are always inviting me to their stuff and it's like, no, I don't want to go because I'm just going to spend money. It's more expensive now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, back when these parties were $5 and $10. Now I'm spending $20 to not enjoy myself. Then I'm going to go spend another $10 on some watered down drink. And before I know it, I'm going home, probably be about $100 lighter in my pocket and I didn't even enjoy myself. So I think music today is garbage. It has a lot to do with the musicians, but
you can't dance to it.
I also feel like DJs need to do their part and start promoting better music. A lot of DJs only play what's familiar and they're afraid to step out the norm, and as a DJ, it's your job to get the mass to listen to what's popping. You gotta tell the audience, like, this is what it is, this is what's popping right now, I'm gonna bust a new track. And don't be afraid. People pay $20, they're not gonna leave. They're staying to get their money worth. So you might as well try something new and experiment.
Do you think they cater, I guess, I don't know too much about the music scene, but do you think they cater to, I guess, their group of friends or their group of people?
Yeah, I think they stick to the evil that they know. It's like, this is what happens. Like, so if you go to the same club week after week, it's like listening to a CD. You know what songs.
Yes, that's another reason why I don't go out, because every single week it's the same songs over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, I know you're gonna play here. Yeah. So
like I might as well DJ. Like he could leave and I can take over the set. So but yeah, so that gives me my segue into the Toronto music scene, which is really popping right now. I just think we need to come together a little bit more, band together closer, and really like we have a sound, we have our own style, now we just need to own it. We need to stop competing with ourselves in the Toronto and the GTA, I should say GTA, because there's some people out in Brampton, Peel, whatever, doing their thing. We have to come together and just realize that it's not us versus each other, it's us versus the US. Like,
yeah, I was about to say, yeah, people promote more, listen to more of the US.
Yeah, like we'll spend $50 for some no-name American artist to come down from no-name Alabama,
Detroit,
you know, where nobody's paying for his or her ass out there, but we'll come pay $50 just because they're American, and then we won't even pay $10 to come and see a Toronto artist who's like putting their heart and soul into everything. So I really feel like we need to really big up the Toronto scene a little bit more. There's a lot of people that are doing their thing, and we really need to like come together and really like highlight each other, because we have like a really crab in the bucket type of mentality. So I feel like it's something that really and truly, like, for example, like I came together with this idea called Northern Queens, where it just highlights Toronto female artists that are really doing their thing, but we all want to develop and grow, and we may not necessarily have like a squad behind us or management or whatever. So it's like, let's support each other. It's not, people like to call us a gang or whatever. It's not really a gang. It's just like, yeah, we're gonna come for you, but no. It's just basically like a group of women who see the same vision as each other, and we want to get there together. And I don't see why that's not something, like we don't have like a Def Jam Canada or a Bad Boy Canada Records or any of that stuff. Like we don't have anything urbanized that are highlighting our artists. And unfortunately, the older artists that were out there doing their thing didn't get that platform to really rocket their careers. So now that the avenue is opening up, they're still trying to put themselves on a platform, so they can't even reach back. So I find, like, for myself as an artist, a lot of people say, you know, focus on your own career and blah, 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 but I want to build people with me, because I like to, you know, it's kind of lonely at the top if you're by yourself. Like, I'd like to be able to bring people with me to say, yeah, when I'm at the Grammys, I have my squad of Northern Queens, and regardless of, even if we're all doing our own little thing, like, each of us is working on our own individual projects, but we come together and support each other, where we may not necessarily have friends or family or a strong fan base. Like, yeah, we might have people that come out and support us at our shows, but like, it's like to talk to somebody about what we're experiencing and stuff, like, we don't really connect like that. Like, when we do have like these parties where in Hollywood you'll see like Rihanna and Nicki Minaj and everybody at the same party, or in Toronto it's like the scene is so like segregated. You don't really see everybody come out and enjoy the same party, and it's like, it sucks because sometimes you go to places and you want to see everybody, you don't get to see like bits and pieces. So one of the first people that approached me and made me feel like this is possible is an artist named Layla Day. We were performing at an event together, and she approached me and she's like, hey, and she just sat down and we just had a conversation, and I found it so cool because she didn't know me and I didn't know her. I had heard of her. So I thought, like, you know, she's already out there, she's probably going to be a little bit standoffish, and this is when I first came out, and she was so personable, and to this day, like, we're really like dope. Like, I go to her workshop, she does like this, you know, the singers, like a singer's room, Sound by Sandbox Studios. Like, we hang out and we vibe, and I thought, like, this would be dope if we can just get more people together like this, because we came to realize that we had the same desire, that we were both afraid to initiate contact, but at the same time we had that same desire where we wanted it to be there. So I think that's really important that we cement the Toronto music scene, and I see it slowly getting there. You know, big ups to Drake for doing his thing. He definitely set the tone, and I don't recommend anybody try to be the next Drake. I always say try to be the first you. So that's where a lot of people get confused. Everybody's trying to sound like Drake or The Weeknd or whatever, and it's like, be the first you. Once you establish your own sound, that's what makes people, you know, get on that Drake level. It wasn't because Drake sounded like somebody else, it's because Drake sounded like Drake. So if I can give any piece of advice is, do you. Which brings us to our final topic, which is called 6 in the 6, where we highlight 6 females in the GTA that are doing their thing. So the first person I want to highlight.
I'm looking at Bianca B. Styles. Her brand is the Ammo. I had seen that she was she's doing some stuff for Amber Rose. The other day Amber Rose came by, yeah. So check out Bianca B. Styles, the Ammo brand.
Nice. The next person that I wanted to highlight was DJ Mel Boogie. She just won for DJ of the Year award at the Black Canadian Awards, and it also fell, I believe, on her birthday. So big up Mel Boogie on that. The next person, you want to highlight?
Who's the next person?
Read the list, damn it. Edit that up. It's your Nikki or Nikki, whichever. Because I don't think you know the other ones.
Well, I guess I would say the next person, Makini Smith. Yeah, she is a real estate agent. She also has, she also wrote a book. I believe it's A Walk in My Stilettos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
She came from a really like rags to riches type of story. Like I remember she was talking about her story at a conference I seen her at, where it was like, you know, like coming from like leaving a relationship and like starting from the bottom as a single mother with like 3 kids, and real estate isn't that easy. That's all commission. So to do that with 3 kids and you know, make something of yourself as
because of the same conference too, and just the way like she spoke about it was just like constant perseverance. I think she said something like she could have given up after like the first something like 8 or 9 months. 6
months she didn't make any sales or something.
Something like that. And then she said she could have given up after that time, and she just kept on pushing, and now she's blown up. And
she's so dope because like I have her on social media and she's very personable, where she responds back. Like she's so like very chill, like down to earth. It's like she didn't let her situation, she still knows where she came from, and she's still like, you know, big ups to Mikini. Like I just really like, I see her all the time just making these little moves.
I think that's the biggest thing though, is that the individual is so personable.
Exactly.
It reminds you that, there's somebody you can talk to, like outside of them being, I guess, on top. They still know what it's like to be at the bottom, and they still encourage you to come up. They're not like sticking up their noses at you to say, well, I'm here now. Get on my level. I'm on this level. How can I help you get on this level?
Yeah, so big ups to Mikini. The next person that I wanted to highlight was DJ JJ Rock. This is one of my personal favorite DJs in Toronto. She's very under the radar because she's so humble, and I always try to tell her like, toot your horn, because she's just like dope. Like she was the DJ for the 90s party that I went to yesterday. She does reggae, soca, R&B, house, hip hop. Like she plays for the audience, not for herself, and that's something that a lot of DJs do, where they play for themselves. Like we could be like, I
know somebody like that. He always plays the same type of music. They're like, buddy, it's not only silent. People don't come here to listen to you, to listen to what you want to hear. Like, play shit people want to hear.
Like I remember one time there was a party. It was a birthday party, and it was at a restaurant where there was a particular crowd that it already had generated, and they didn't know a special event was coming on. So it was mostly like it was a white crowd that wanted to hear like house and pop music, and like it was supposed to be a reggae party, and she just popped out her house pop music set and started playing that, and I was like, you know, kudos, until like, you know, black people show up at 1:30. So when the black people finally did decide to get out of bed and come to the club, it was like, yeah, you know, like she still maintained that balance for them, and then we were able to turn up afterwards, and I thought like she's so dope, because a lot of people would not know what to do in that particular situation. They'd still be playing reggae and run out the people that are there already. So she like, you know, kudos to her for that. She definitely branched out a little bit more. She started off as hip hop, and then I realized I was like, if you can play hip hop, you can play reggae. So I was like, you know, try reggae. And then she's, you know, don't know, she's from St. Kitts, I'm from St. Kitts, so she has a little Calypso Island soul in her. So the soul came out, and I was like, yeah, you got that X factor. You just really need to toot your horn a little bit more. So definitely want to highlight JJ Rock, and check out her radio show. I believe Carib Nation, I'm not sure, don't quote me on this. It's called Northern Heat, and it comes on at 10 o'clock. So check out JJ Rock's page, and you can check out her show, and she highlights some Toronto artists as well too, and she's just like, it's dope. It's 1 hour of just greatness. So the next 6 in the 6 is, we spoke a little bit about her earlier, Layla Day. Again, one of my personal favorites. She just has like a voice from heaven. Check her out, follow her on social media, follow her in real life, follow her everywhere. And I'm just joking, don't stalk her. Just somebody that I really just like when I first met her, I just thought she was just like a really cool person. She's somebody that approached me, and it doesn't really happen in the Toronto music scene very often. So, you know, big ups to Layla Day. She's definitely doing her thing. She was at Northern Queen. She blessed us with her beautiful voice, and she came with some new music. So I'm really excited to see what she has going forward in the future. So Layla Day is one of the 6 in the 6. And the final person that we have as a 6 in the 6 is Nikki Clark. She's definitely been doing a lot of big things in the community. Somebody I've worked with up and coming the past couple of years. So she's definitely somebody who was a mentor to me and an inspiration. She's worked with a lot of people in the community. She's been doing it since about like 2008. So she's definitely a woman that's doing big things in the GTA, in the Toronto area. So big up to Nikki Clark. So that completes our 6 and the 6 segment. And so we're just going to wrap it up now. And do you have any final thoughts? Anything that's going on in Toronto that you feel like people should know about?
I don't know, I guess just like keep doing you, keep focusing on your goals and your dreams. I know not everybody's going to appreciate what it is that you do, but just do your thing. I mean, you have to believe in yourself. Nobody's gonna believe in you until you believe in yourself and what it is that you're about and what it is that you're doing. So, yeah, just keep doing your thing. Stay focused. Stay positive.
True. Right. For me, I just want to shout out all of my Northern Queens. Kudos to all the people who took home awards at the Black Canadian Awards. Big up yourself. I just want to let everybody know that this is definitely the year of Toronto music, and there's going to be a lot of great new music that's coming up this summer, so definitely pay attention to what's going on in your social media, because it's not really about what's going on Much Music or BET anymore. It's all about social media, so keep it locked in your social media. And my final thought is basically just keep pushing. There's always going to be those people that are going to want to tear you down. Somebody's always going to have something to say about you. Just be the person that you want to be. Don't ever change because you feel like you're not reaching people that really, you can't please everybody. So you have to understand your masses, especially as an artist or an entrepreneur. You have to understand that the people that you're going to reach, those are the people that you need to focus about. You're not going to be able to please everybody, so that person, if you're on stage and you're performing and there's that one person in the crowd that's screw-facing you and they're not interested, don't worry about them. Focus on the 50, 60, or maybe even thousands of other people that are in the audience that are smiling and cheering you on. And that goes for anything you do in life. Just pay attention to the people that cheer for you, and don't worry about those people that are screw-facing, because they really are irrelevant and they don't matter. So
they're probably admiring you from afar.
Exactly. Most, your haters are definitely your biggest fans. Like, your haters know every move you're going to make, every move that you've been making, and they're following you all the way through. So just keep your haters entertained, really.
True. I like that. Keep your haters entertained.
Yeah. So that's all we have for A Dash of Cinnamon, and thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode. There is many, many more to come. Tweet us. Tweet me at cinnamon_delight, DELITE. Let me know what topics you want us to discuss. You can follow me on Facebook, Alicia Cinnamon. You can follow me on YouTube, Real Alicia Cinnamon, Instagram, Alicia Cinnamon. Just hit me up. Keep it, inbox me. Let me know anything that you want us to discuss, and we'll definitely bring it up on our next episodes. Coach Carr?
There's a reason why I call myself Coach Carr. I am a motivational coach. My background is in social service work. So if you are looking for somebody to keep you motivated, keep you on track, check out www.goldmindempowerment.ca. Peace.
Made that easy.